Okay, let's begin. Hello, DaChickTries here, but you might know me as Chicky over on Twitch and my other YouTube. I currently run the Cozy Coop, a place to get cozy and relax and enjoy your time. I wanted to make this video because one, I haven't made that many videos for this channel as of late, and I've kind of been in like not a rut but kind of confusion on what I want to do with this channel, because I do claim that it is my main channel but I don't really post that often on it. But I wanted to do something that would be, I feel like, beneficial to myself but also a great way to provide memories for myself, because I don't post yearly recaps because that would require me to save a lot of footage on my PC, which you might know my PC is not the best. But if you are new and seeing this, I'm Chicky, a furry VTuber that streams on Twitch and YouTube, and I make content. Yeah, that's me. Welcome to my main channel, I guess. But the channel where you're here, my normal voice. I know some people might be like, wait, is that what she sounds like? I've only ever heard her like do ASMR like this. But yes, this is what I sound like. And in today's video, I would like to do something a little bit different and kind of do a what I learned from last year kind of recap in a way, but it's not really a recap, but yeah. So basically I have 7 points of lovely things and lessons, you could say, that I've learned over the year that I'm kind of in a way proud of, but like I also want to use it as this would be a cool video idea to do each year, and then to see how the lessons progress. Like maybe I learn a little bit more, maybe I take back some lessons that I've learned and been like, you know what, actually I got that wrong. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I would like to discuss where I started last year at, because I feel like it's important. For example, the year before that, I pretty much was streaming, like I would go a month and then I'll be like, okay, this is stressful, let me just cancel my stream, and then I would keep doing it, and I'd be like, you know what guys, I'm going on a break, and then 3-4 months would pass, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to come back. But at the same time, like how I took the time away, I always was like, okay, if I'm gonna take this amount of time, I need to make sure that I'm doing things that are in a way upgrading the streams, you know, like I'm sorting the kind of chaotic mess that I feel like was holding me back the times before the break, as in the streams that I was doing. And then I'll be like, okay, so in order to help myself mentally and help me feel more confident as a streamer, I would be like, okay, I need to make some overlays that I really like and that I enjoy, and then hopefully this will motivate me more to keep doing it and not just do it a little bit and then be like, okay, this is too much and leave, you know. So what I'm trying to get at, I started off the year kind of knowing I was doing that and being like, okay, yeah, that's probably not a good way to look at it, so let me just try and figure out like what's happening, why I'm getting burnt out, and then kind of like going from there. So I want to say I started off the year I think it was 130 followers on Twitch, which I was very proud of, like considering I went through a year where I was on and off streaming. I was very proud of my 130 little chicks, as I like to call you guys. But after that, what else? I started off as a 3D streamer, like a 3D VTuber. Yeah, 3D VTuber. I was like, what's the word? What's the words? A 3D VTuber. So I was still a 3D VTuber then. And I was still doing variety streaming, which meant I was doing gaming, I was doing talking, like reacting a little bit, and then I was also trying to do some ASMR, but it wasn't where it is right now. Like, I didn't like dive head first. I kind of like put my foot in it. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun, but I hadn't really like dived in. I had just tried it here and there kind of thing, and then I was still kind of keeping within my comfort zone, which was gaming pretty much. And I believe I started the year playing Stray, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm really proud of myself for that one, because I don't know, games like that aren't always my strong suit, but I managed to complete it and I was very proud. But so yeah, so I started off the year like that, kind of being like, okay, yeah, I like to stream. I know that like I have I'm not gonna say charisma, but I know how to do it. It was just like, okay, I need to like get myself confident and not worry about numbers and all the things that you get told as a small new streamer. So I decided to just turn the views off. Sorry about that. To this day, I still do not see my views during my live streams. I like it that way. I think it helps me. I don't fixate on it, and I just get to relax during streams. And hey, if people talk to me in chat, I'm really happy about it, and I enjoy everyone's presence, but I don't always know how many of you guys are there, so I like to keep it like that. Of course, sometimes I get a comment in chat like, oh my god, there's so many people here, and I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? But it's nice. I like it like that. I feel like if you're someone who also might get distracted, maybe have ADHD or something that makes it hard for you to concentrate, then I definitely recommend turning the viewer count off, whether it be on OBS or whatever streaming software you like to use. Okay, so now that I've given you a little recap of where I was at the beginning of last year, which, just to be clear, it's 2023 that we're talking about, I want to go over the 7 lessons that I feel like I've learned the past year. Okay, so starting off, doing variety streaming is fun. And if you're really good at it and you garner a really great audience, it can be really beneficial and amazing. But as someone starting out, it can be very overwhelming. It can be very an easy way to burn out. It can be harder to engage with people because a lot of streaming is algorithmic, as some people might have said in the past and for what I've seen. So for example, if a game is doing really well, more streamers are going to be playing that game and more viewers are going to be reaching for those streams, which can be beneficial to people who are playing those streams and playing those games often. Whereas variety streaming, you're not really doing that as much. A lot of the times you're changing your games, you're changing what you're streaming to like not in a way get bored. Like I'm the type of person, I can't play like the same thing for like forever for a long period of time, like again and again. Like the repetitiveness kind of gets to me. Like I feel like I'm definitely someone who enjoys a schedule, but like when it comes to gaming, I like to try new things. I like the spontaneousness of it, like figuring out how to play the game, whether or not I enjoy it and stuff like that. So for me, it was easy to do variety where I would be changing up the content and the games. But like when you have games like Stray where you want to complete it, there would be times I would be streaming that like quite often. I think I think there was at least 5 or 6 streams in total to complete that game. So like that was fine, but when it's a game that's like really big and requires you to grind and stuff like that, that can get really boring. But it also meant I wasn't benefiting from any of the algorithmic pushes that Twitch might have provided me, which I feel like can be hindering and can make it kind of hard. So I'd find myself in situations where I would want to explore a game more, but I felt like, well, technically on my schedule it says I'm going to be reacting to things. So I felt like kind of pressure to change it up and stuff. And then there'll be times where I was just bored of a game and I didn't want to play it, but it was on the schedule. So usually I would change up the game, and that would kind of not upset anyone, but it wasn't what they were expecting as well. So I feel like I was letting people down, which also contributed to kind of feeling more burnt out. So I will have definitely learned that currently I'm not very good at variety, and I'm happy, very happy with what I'm doing right now, which is ASMR. And I definitely feel I feel a belonging with it. Like I don't get bored of it. I like the fact that you can still be creative, you can still switch it up. Like sometimes I want to do cozy gaming, or sometimes I want to do like hand cam things, like diamond painting, or doing unboxing. Like there's so many things that you could do with it. So I felt like I'm doing the best of both. I've niched down, but then I've also been enlightened to be able to still be creative and do the things that I was thriving and trying to accomplish with variety streaming. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, definitely look at your options, see how you're feeling, because like I enjoy streaming, period. Even during my variety times on Twitch, I still had a lot of fun. I still felt like I made friends, I engaged in conversations. Like I definitely laughed a lot, I was goofy. I'm not gonna say I told jokes because I don't think I'm that funny, but there was definitely a lot of good memories and times, and I'm happy for doing it. Like I'm happy that my first lesson was figuring out the kind of content I wanted to do and learning that I'm not a variety streamer right now. That could change. I could change. Like things happen, but I'm happy, and yeah, that's my first lesson. Okay, the next lesson. I don't want this one to be controversial. I really don't, because I know that like there can be not arguments but comments made on Twitter about this. But I feel like anything, it's always down to preference. And I feel like I learned this year, well, last year, that my preference is 2D. I enjoy doing 2D VTubing. I started off as 3D. I really do enjoy it. And when I say I enjoy it, I feel like I would enjoy it more if I had the things to make it what I want it to be, if that makes sense. So for example, I would love to do VR chat streams and stuff like that, and be able to utilize having a 3D model to its fullest, maybe having hand tracking and full body tracking and all that glory and what that is. I feel like, yeah, I would love to look into that in the future and dive into that. But I feel like as a basic starting out 3D VTuber that didn't ever have hand tracking and the more complexities of it, and I pretty much made my model on Vroid, which is a great place to start, by the way. I'm not saying it's not. I just found out, like, not found out, I find that a lot of the things that I enjoy about watching other VTuber streamers and creators, I can't really do as 3D. Like, a lot of the stuff that I enjoyed watching and stuff would be from 2D and VTube Studio and like having a live 2D model. So I definitely think that as a creator, especially starting out, I would have a look into both. There are so many great options now for streamers starting out, whether it be the way that I went, which was Vroid, starting out there, figuring out how to customize and do all that stuff, which, as someone who isn't, I would not consider myself an artist. I dabble, I try and I have fun, but I would not consider myself an artist. But I feel like with Vroid, your model's gonna come out a lot better if you're good at art. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it will, because you'll be able to customize a lot better. You'll be able to give your model exactly what you want versus kind of winging it and trying your very best. But I was proud of what I got. And then I also had a creator friend, Nasu, who helped me make a model that I still have, I can still use, and best believe I will if I can. If I can find a way to do it, I'm still going to use that model because it's beautiful, and it was very gracious of her to give me a helping hand with that without even asking. She's a sweetie, and yeah, you guys better go check her out. But yeah, 2D is my favorite. I enjoy being able to have cool redeems where people can hydrate me and give me head pats, and I don't know, there's sort of like, it's hard because it's like I appreciate both, but I just like the smoothity of it, like being able to not have to use Schoost now, thanks to VTube Studio having effects put into it. And yeah, I'm happy. I definitely see a future Chickie be a custom future Chickie being 2D, and I definitely want to work towards that, but I'm in no rush. I don't want to rush anything. I want to take my time, because that's another thing I've learned. I spent so much money on things I never use now. Like, there's so much things that I feel like are pushed to creators that, like, you need it, you should try it, and then it's like, okay, but it's not free. But like, the video that is made for it looks really good. And 1 second. But yeah, like, creators make really informative videos and they show off really cool applications and softwares that are available, but a lot of the times, like, you don't always need it. And I didn't know that, so a lot of the times I would be like, oh, okay, I definitely need this, like, and I would get it, and then it didn't really do anything, and then I would never use it again. So definitely, like, keep that in mind. Not everything that is shown to you desperately need, but like, just take that in consideration, because I feel like as VTubers we do spend a lot of money, whether it be on art, assets, softwares, equipment. It's a lot. It really is. So definitely keep that in mind. Of course, not everything you need, but like, sometimes it's like, yeah, but I do though, I really do. So I'm definitely gonna be learning to not spend as much this year, hopefully. I say that, but I'm already looking at microphones that I want. Okay, moving on. I definitely feel like number 3 is important, because I'm definitely a type of person that I want to get along with everyone. I like when everyone gets along. I like when everyone's friendly and kind, and being friends, and like, I'm optimistic. I'm very much an optimistic person. I do take things to heart at times. I'm getting better at that, but like, it happens. I have feelings. I'm human. But I feel like it's important to know that not everyone's going to be your friends. Not everyone is going to support you the way that you support them, and that's okay. It's okay to basically say that, or even not say. Just put yourself not first, but acknowledge that someone might not be supporting you the way that you're supporting them, and you can take a step back and kind of evaluate the friendship and whether it even is a friendship, because I've definitely seen posts, and I kind of agree that just because you're there, you're a part of a community, does not mean there's a friendship or that you're friends. It doesn't. But yeah, if you feel like you're not being supported the way that you're supporting someone else and you don't think that's fair, it's okay to just take a step back and put yourself in a place that's like good for you, that like you're not holding on to something that may or may not even be there, you know, like you're not getting yourself hurt because you're feeling a certain way and you don't feel like you're getting the same support. So definitely keep that in mind. Like, and I'm not saying you should be you should be mean or anything to anyone. I just literally mean that like it's okay to just take a step back. Like, you don't have to tell anyone, you don't have to like talk about it. Like, you can just put yourself in a place where it's like you're not like feeling hurt from them, because it's like you're not really friends, even if you wanted them to be a friend, you know. So yeah, I've definitely learned that not everyone is going to be friends or like you or get on with you, and sometimes it's good to just take a step back and leave it alone. Like, concentrate on those that do support you and you support them, and you want to uplift and they want to uplift you. Like, concentrate on that. Like, that's all you need, you know. Like, you have your community. I don't always like the word community, but you have the people that love you and support you, and as long as you're treading with kindness and trying to uplift other people, like, that's all that matters to me. Like, I think that's what's good in the world. Like, whether or not things are going great for me, I'm still gonna be there to support other people and see all the amazing things that they're gonna be doing, and I get so excited. I love seeing my friends do well and all the cool stuff that they get into and they come up with as creators and streamers. Like, I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like that. Like, that's why I like to try so many things, because it's like I definitely feel like as a kid I didn't get to, so now I'm living out my like childhood years. And I definitely traded in like toys for equipment and streaming, and yeah, I have expensive hobbies apparently. But yeah, definitely a good lesson, and don't feel hurt, you know. Like, it's not your fault. So that was a lesson I learned. Okay, number 4. You need to enjoy the wins and the achievements, whether they be big or small. They are just as important. Like, I remember when I first started out, I celebrated obviously 50 followers, and then 100, and then 150, and then 200, 250. Like, it's just important, you know. Like, it's nice to see growth, and it's nice to like get to that like little bit step up from where you were last and see all your efforts and all the time and sometimes sweat and tears and love that goes into what you do, in a way get rewarded. And it's nice to see. So yeah, definitely take the time to enjoy the wins, for sure. Because then that way, if you have any lows or losses, I don't want to say things are losses, but if you have anything like hard times, you can still remember the good ones, you know, like they're still there, they're still just as important. So, and I want to say, I definitely feel like I had a bunch of wins last year, like wins I never thought I would reach within, in my mind, such a short time. But I'm very grateful, and yeah, definitely be grateful, like acknowledge that not everyone is getting a win right now, but like be present, be supportive, and yeah, and just enjoy your wins. Okay, enjoy them, you deserve them, you worked hard. So that is a very important lesson. Okay, another lesson I learned, I feel like this is a good one. I don't know if it's like, if anyone else will relate to this, but I feel like, especially last year, there was times where I would wake up and just feel really shitty, bad, not good. And in my head, the first thing where my head would go to would be, oh god, I'm not gonna be able to stream today. And I feel like at times like that didn't really like help. Like I should have been like, okay, yeah, I feel horrible right now, I just woke up, let me wake up, relax a little bit, kind of not talk to myself, but like see where I am before I make like such drastic choices. Because it definitely is so easy to get into the loop of, oh wow, okay, I didn't stream this day, but I still don't feel better, so I'm not going to stream this day. And then suddenly you have a week of where you've not streamed because you're like putting yourself in that headspace of, okay, like there's something wrong with me, I need to get better. And sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just you feel like meh, and that's okay. There's days where you're gonna feel like meh. So I definitely feel like my lesson has been to kind of like see where I'm at. Of course, if I'm actually sick, if you're actually sick, take the time off. You need it. Your body is telling you you need it, and it's important to make sure that you're well. And nobody wants a situation where you're suffering during stream, because they'll be able to tell. Like you're not going to be your 100% bubbly or calm, like relaxed self. And viewers want to see that, you know, they want to see you at your 100% self. And they understand you're not going to be there every single stream day, like every single scheduled stream. So if you need the time, take it. But still, like, see if you're there, you know? Because there's been times where I've been like, oh my god, I feel horrible. I can't move out of bed in the morning. And then I'll get up, do what I need to do, live out my day, and then by evening I'm like, oh my god, I really want to stream. Like I've had such a like, maybe it be like dull day, I just want to see what everyone else is doing and like catch up with my little chicks, you know. And I've done it, and it's been like one of my best streams, and it really like lifted me up, and the next day I was really happy. So like I feel like my lesson has been, health is important, yes, but also like sometimes you just need to like tell yourself, you know what, I'm not gonna cancel, I'm just gonna try and work through this, and hopefully I'll I'll feel better by the afternoon and by stream time. Of course, if you don't, please cancel the stream. Like, nobody's gonna want you to be in pain or not feeling your best and not feeling comfortable to stream. That's not what, like, I'm not trying to say that you should just, if you're not feeling good or you're sick or you're upset or you're not in the right headspace to stream, of course don't do it. But like, sometimes there was definitely times where I told myself like, oh, I really don't want to stream, I can't do it, like I'm not good today. But then I worked through it and I had a really great time. So I definitely have learned that sometimes I need to just tell myself, no, you're gonna still stream, and be like consistent, because that's number one. Consistency definitely helps. Like, I've definitely seen on Twitch, on YouTube, if you're consistent, you're definitely gonna see a rewards from it. But if you need the time off, take it. Like, we're human, we can't be expected to do every single stream and be happy all the time and not have things going on in our life. It's not realistic, so definitely be realistic with yourself. But yeah, health is important. That was my lesson. Okay, my next lesson, which is number 6. We're nearly at the end, we're nearly there, bear with me. I know I talk a lot. Okay, similar to the not everyone will be your friend, not everyone is gonna like your content and like every stream you do, and that's okay. Like, what do you call it, there's some little chicks that I have that enjoy other creators more than me, and I'm totally okay with that. I know that I'm not everyone's first choice, and the fact that they even come in to say hello or to say that they're gonna lurk, I like, that's what makes me happy. Like, the fact that even though I'm not their like first choice, I'm still in their mind, I'm still being considered as a choice, and I'm happy about that. Like, that brings a smile to my face. Like, that makes me feel like, in a way, special, like, even though I'm not their first, but that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, realistically, viewers are gonna, like, how many choices do they have? There's so many great VTubers, there's so many great creators that do different kinds of content. They have their own thing, their own personality, their own look, like, just everything, and that's okay. Like, I'm totally okay with that. I still get viewers that, like, sometimes they're like, oh, I'm not really into gaming, but they love ASMR and they come and hang out and do all the stuff while I'm doing ASMR and they really enjoy it, and that is, I completely understand it. It's the same way some people don't like ASMR, they really don't. I have friends and other creators that are like, no, I can't do it, I just feel so uncomfortable right now, and it's like, I completely understand that, but the fact that they still like come in to tell me that and still try their best to support, like, I feel like that's where it's at, you know, like, that's where it's at. And the same thing, like, a lot of the creators I watch aren't always ASMR artists. I enjoy all kinds of content, and I've made all kinds of friends on Twitch and I want to say on Discord and just other places in general, like Twitter. And I'm like, I enjoy my friends, I enjoy people that I know, I enjoy hanging out with content creators, whether they do ASMR or not, and I feel like a bunch don't, but I'm just happy that I get to interact with such cool people and people that are so talented in other ways. It's great, I love that. I hope you can tell I'm really happy right now. But yeah, I just get so happy, like, thinking about my friends and people I watch and people I support, and yeah, I feel corny right now. But yeah, so just know that not everyone will but I feel like what can you do? All you can do is be yourself. All you can do is try your best and try and give 100%, and no one can fault you for that, you know? Like, yeah, there's gonna be people who don't like, for example, every single ASMR video that I post on my YouTube. I've had people tell me that, like, oh, they would have preferred it if I did this or that, and it's like, okay, like I can take that. Like, it's them basically telling me what they like, and I can take it and potentially do another video that's like how they said they liked it, and see how that does, you know? Like, I don't want to get into a situation where it's like I'm making content because because my little chicks say that that's what they want and they only want to see that, because there's going to be times where I surprise them where I do something out of the norm and they're like, you know what, actually that's actually kind of good. Like, that's kind of good, I like that. So I'm just gonna do what makes me happy, and like, yeah, I'm definitely up for taking people's advice and like recommendations. I like, you can ask anyone. I feel like I definitely take recommendations. If someone tells me that they want something, I'm usually gonna do it. I remember for for my 24 Days of Trickmas series, one of the requests was that they wanted more tapping. So one of the videos I hadn't recorded yet, I put in more tapping because they requested it. So yeah, I'm all about taking recommendations and including things that people tell me they like personally, because I feel like it's a nice little tidbit. It's a way to make someone happy. So, and that's kind of what I like to do. I like to make sure that people are happy. Maybe I give them a smile, maybe I relax them, stuff like that. It just makes me happy. So yeah, that is a lesson I learned. And finally, the final lesson, which I feel like is important. There probably is more lessons I learned. I just want to say that there probably is a lot more, but I wanted to limit it so that next year I can think about the lessons I learned this year. I know, it's crazy. This year, and still have things that I can mention that I may not have already mentioned. So I'm not trying to do too many, but yeah, the final one that I've got listed, which is the future is not guaranteed, aka I want it to mean that I never know what's gonna happen, you know? Like, I might go back to variety streaming, I never know. But I feel like it's so important to take this experience and do as much as you can, like enjoy it as much as you can, but also like learn, like take the time to learn things from it, like whether it be that you're learning a new software, or you're getting a chance to really be creative and like see if that's something you like find out all the things that you actually enjoy about streaming, because there's a lot of stuff. Like, streaming isn't just like, oh, you press the button and you go live. Like, there's so much that goes into it as well, like the setup, the afterwards, which a lot of it is like posting the VODs and posting on Twitter to say that you're no longer live, and kind of communicating on Discord. Like, there's so much that goes into it that it's like, find out what you actually enjoy and what you're actually good at, and kind of use the time to develop and grow those skills, because then if anything does happen, hey, you've got a backup. Like, you haven't just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this forever kind of route, and it's like, well, what happens if it doesn't work out? Like, obviously I would love to do streaming full time, but like, I know that I can't right now. I know that like I'm nowhere near that kind of goal anytime soon, but it's like, it's a goal, it's a dream. If it happens, I'm gonna be so freaking happy, but if not, I'm grateful for what I've been learning, the people I've met, the time, and just all that stuff. So I feel like it's a good lesson that yeah, the future is not guaranteed, but best believe I'm gonna do as much as I can to make the most of the these opportunities. That's kind of the words that I want to say. Like, make the most of these opportunities that you're being given right now. Like, yeah, the future is bright and anything can happen and be a possibility, but enjoy these. I feel like this also ties into the enjoy the wins and the achievements, because it's true. Enjoy it and don't take it for granted. But yeah, those are the lessons that I learned last year. I feel like some might have been more important than others, but I definitely feel like they're very me lessons. Or the way, maybe it's the way I look at them, maybe it's my optimism and the fact that I like kindness and in a way, like treating others with respect and all the good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for another year on Twitch and YouTube, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I don't know what it's gonna be on this channel, but I'm sure it'll be something very random and very me. And yeah, maybe it'll be more I don't know, like helping newer VTubers along their journey kind of videos. I don't know. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this video, so here we are. But thank you guys so much. I love my little chicks. I love my little subbies and my little coop custodians, even if I only have one. I'm very grateful for my one coop custodian panda. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful for 2023 because I feel like I've grown and learned so much. And yeah, here's to 2024, baby. Bye. Mwah.